we on?
Make a motion to come out of executive session?
Second?
Okay, roll call, Tony?
Yes.
Vicki? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes?
Is there action? No action.
Board of Commissioners makes a motion.
No. What is the action?
Well, I thought we're gonna do action after, well, okay, we better do it now. Yes, I'm
So
sorry.
it's yes?
There is action.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Board of Commissioners motions to approve and execute the comprehensive settlement agreement and release concerning the matter of Portage County Common Pleas Court, case number 2018 CV 00670.
Second? Okay, roll call, Amy?
Tony?
Yes.
Vicki? Yes. Sabrina?
Yes. Sorry about that, we gotta go back in, so I didn't know if we were all gonna do it at the end, or this is the only action we're gonna have.
We gotta leave again now?
Nope.
No, we're having public comment.
Public comment.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Julie, if you would please come up, you come up to the front, please.
Identify yourself, your address, and things like that.
Your name and your
Name
address.
and address.
Julie Andrella, 4025 Webb Road, Woodrun.
Thank you.
Anything else you need?
That's it.
So basically, I thought we were from here and they were gonna try to get the county to take the airport, but this is about. And then I hear about the master plan. Isn't that what it was about, is they were proposing that the county took,
That was proposed about a month ago.
okay.
Yeah.
And then we've been talking about that. This was.
But you never said yes or no at
No,
that.
we're still looking into,
So-
yeah, there's a lot of work to do for that to happen.
Okay, so when you talk about the master plan, this is the people that are running the airport's master plan in hopes that you will take this airport back?
No, they do
or-
a master plan irregardless. I don't know if you heard sitting in the back, but the last master plan was done in 1996. It's always good, it also helps them get future grants and stuff for the airport, for the future growth of the airport.
Right,
The master plan would be very advantageous for us as well in looking into the airport. But this is solely done, it's something that they should always have, like, the county, we have hired regional planning to do what we call a comprehensive plan for us. And what it does is it gives them vision, it tells them, you know, what potentials they have to grow, what areas are strong, what areas are weak. So it's sort of like a comprehensive plan that gives them a 5-year, I think he said a 20-year vision.
10 to 20.
For the airport.
Right, and it sounds like it's a growth thing. And I
Yes.
understand, you know, you don't want something dead in the water. You want it to at least pay for itself. I
See
get
what the
that.
potential
Right, that's
is. and-
exactly right.
Yeah, so, no, I get that. But as a homeowner in Shalersville, I'm not really excited about hearing about expansion. So,
Now, how long have you had your home there, though?
28 years.
Okay, because the airport's been there since, what, 60s?
64.
And I understand it's been there a long time.
Yeah.
And I understand about growth, but you have to realize, we've already pushed back a couple times now,
Mhm.
my little community. I don't know why you think things are changed. We have more homeowners there now that I'm sure they don't wanna hear these plans constant. We hear them constant now. But what I'm gonna ask, and we'll deal with that, at a different time, I'm sure. But, and that's why I'm here, because I was actually documenting the planes that go over my home as a case. So I can push back. I don't know who to approach with this, but that's why I started this. And then somebody said, oh, I heard that this is what's going on at the airport, and that's why I'm here. So as they follow through with this master plan and try to get the monies or whatever they need, what was it, how many months?
So June to September.
12 to
sometime.
18 months?
No, yeah, they'll
do it,
start
yeah.
between June but it takes a year to a year and a half.
Right.
I mean, it's a very detailed.
And I understand that, but details are important.
Mhm.
So how involved are you gonna let the community or the public be? Is every time that they do something, they're gonna have to approach you with this information? So that the public can get this
Are
information?
you talking about when as they do their plan?
As anything that I really wanna know anything that they plan. Because sometimes a community has to push back. I mean, you're saying, I heard, or I don't know if somebody here said it, or it was in the newspaper, that Shalersville is on board with the expansion and
I
making
read
this
that too.
better.
It was a paper.
Yeah, make this better. Well, you know what, that's my township, and they've never asked me. Nobody's asking us. You know, I already approached some of my neighbors at the minutes of your last meeting about this. And everybody is
And
oblivious,
you know
as
what, Julie?
myself.
I think they mentioned that they would want some community involvement for the master plan. So maybe you should reach out to the airport and tell them that you would be interested in volunteering.
And their
Because-
board meetings are open to the
Oh, I'm
public.
go, yeah, I'm gonna start going to
And
the
that's
board
Homer,
meetings.
who's the president of
Right,
the
I'm gonna
board.
start going,
Yeah.
but because I've been pushing back now
Right.
for these 28 years I've lived in my
Mhm.
home, and because I'm dealing with a lot of air traffic, because they have a school that just is this over and over.
Yeah, Kent State, yeah.
And I understand Kent State wasn't supposed to be in there, so I'm confused about that. Then I wanna be involved with everything, but I don't think that those people at the airport, I'll go to their meetings, but I don't think they want me involved. Cause I'm not pro-airport,
Right, right.
you know? And that's a pro-airport community,
Well,
so.
the board, I mean, not to have you be on the board, but their board meetings are open to the public.
No, and I know
just so
that.
you can sit and actually hear the
And I know
information
that,
for
and shame on me, I have not kept up on this, but I've been working stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
couldn't get there.
But you know what, they also need to hear the dialogue from the opposing dialogue too.
Right.
Because maybe there's something that we can work together or compromise, or maybe there's misunderstandings that you have that they can clarify and vice versa.
Right.
That's why I said, I think it would be good, because they do want the community involvement. And maybe at first you're against it, but then maybe once they get in, you realize maybe, you know, it's a 20-year vision, or, you know, extending the runway, in my mind, would not come for at least another 10 years. You know, the ideal is.
Well, believe it or not, though, I'm not just concerned about me. I may not be there in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's people who just moved in, and they're starting a family, they're gonna be there for 30 years. Those, you know, I'm about the community, not just me,
Yeah.
you know, so, yeah.
And they're
okay.
trying to do more things at the airport to get the community involved, to get people out there to see it, to understand it a little better. I know they have the runway fest that they're gonna do. So, I mean, there's a lot of
How many,
things.
and you have to realize how many people in our community are interested in planes, unless we're getting in and going to Florida or, you know, we're not a plane, just because we're near the airport doesn't mean we're an airport community.
Mhm.
And how nice they have lunches or whatever, great. But, I just was curious, I thought they were good, this is where you're gonna decide if you wanna take over, that was my
Oh, no,
thinking.
there's a lot of work before, and there's also a financial, recourse for us of not doing anything with the airport. So that's why, you know, we're gonna do our research and do our due diligence, but in the end, I think we will end up having a consultant to advise us on
Right.
it, because none of us have ever ran an airport.
And the thing
So
is,
it's
none
not
of you,
something that we're just gonna haphazardly do,
And-
just so you know.
and you have to remember, and I have to remember this too, none of you live near that airport, so you don't know what it's like to live near an airport.
Well, actually, I did growing up.
I live there.
And-
I know where you live, Bruce.
I lived there for
I know where
75
you
years.
live.
Yeah.
Bruce, you don't even recognize me, I'm not even gonna talk to you anymore. Must be the mask.
You'll start trouble.
Oh, it's old age.
I would get involved with that and reach out, and like, you'll know their meetings, you can, you know, like I said, it's open to the public. They will keep us informed.
Well, that was
on-
that's what I wanna
on-
know.
And you heard me ask Homer, like, we wanna be kept, you know, when I have to tell you, when Chris Gilmore was the president, and Vicky can vouch, we loved it. He would come in here quarterly and share, you know, information with us so that we knew what was going on and stuff. And we haven't really had that lately, and that's why I encourage that, because, you know, we're sort of in it together with them. And so, you know, we wanna see them succeed and stuff, but, you know, we also understand, we're also on the line for a lot of money if that airport goes under.
And I've read that somewhere, and
And,
I
and
understand that.
so, that's why I say, and maybe even if we take it back over, maybe we don't extend the runway, maybe we just get it to where it's sustainable and it's kept as is, but we can't answer that right now because there's a lot of work to be done.
So I guess my question is, will I have access to everything that they bring to this?
Sure. Yeah, it's public. If
Okay,
they
I mean,
bring
there's
it
not
here-
something, and I don't wanna sound
You don't have to get a
terrible.
subpoena. You just ask it.
Well, you can
Just
make
ask
a
for it.
public
No, I'm just saying-
records request today for the information they turned in.
But
You
this
can give
is
it-
the only avenue, I guess that's
Right.
what I'm saying,
Right.
that it can move forward and people can know what the.
Yeah,
what's
and
going on.
everything we do has to be in a public format, so
Okay.
it's
All right.
open.
All right, I just,
So-
that's my two things, is just wanna know that you were taking it over and make sure that I have access so I can take it to my.
Information. as
Oh,
well.
the people will be with us every step of the way as we're looking into it and, you know, as decisions are made.
All right, well, thanks for
All right.
coming out.
Come in.
Thank you, Julie, for
All right.
coming in.
Pleasure.
Now I remember, you was my UPS
I
driver.
was your UPS driver.
You're lucky she's
Oh,
not
you
now.
did.
What did you do to her?
Okay.
Really?
Wanna move it?
Are you delivering all those dog
What
treats?
doesn't
to
he
them?
do? You know? Oh no, here comes Bruce.
See
Okay,
that-
guys,
you
we
know
have
that
to go
airport-
back into executive session. with
Sorry.
the- Yeah,
We gotta leave now?
yeah, we
You
have
have
to
to
go
make a
back
motion.
in.
All right, thank you.
You have to make a motion.
I'm sorry?
You have to make a motion.
Yeah, we will.
We will.
Okay, we'll make a motion to go into
So,
executive session.
Oh, you did that again.
Yeah, we'll make a motion to go back into executive session, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G3. Motion to enter into executive session to conferences with an attorney or public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending and imminent court action. Okay, okay, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
All right, thank you guys.